I'm Ellen. Now, where do I begin? So it all started when my dad died, which was shit. He went in for this routine operation, and I remember him saying to me, "It's all right, hon. I'll be out here by Tuesday, and we'll be back in Foley singing by Friday." He didn't say Tuesday. We were back in Foley's on Friday for his wake. Complications, they said. The doctors. Executioners, more like. No, I'm not angry. He wouldn't want me to be. I think I'm something else. So anyway, I came home from London. That's where I live. That's where I normally live. I think I still live there. I'm not sure. We'll get back to that, I think. Back to Droichead. Good old Droichead. And the thing about the town is you could be away for years and you think loads has changed, but you're home an hour, and you realise nothing's fucking changed and probably never will. You get all this, "Well, there you are, Ellen. How are you doing now? And tell me now, are you still at the music?" I'd be like, "Yeah, Mrs. Brady, I'm a session musician in London." "Oh, is that lovely? Yeah. And what are you doing for money, love?" "I'm a session musician." Right, yeah. You know, Lorcan's looking for a beautician down at his salon. Would you not give that a go?" "No, I won't, Mrs. Brady." "Fuck off, Mrs. Brady." Yeah, Lorcan, that's my big brother. It's just the two of us, you know. And we get on most of the time. But when we don't, fuck me, it's explosive. It's like one of those scenes in a spaghetti western when the bad guy comes into the saloon and the barkeep is throwing himself over the tables and people are scarping for those swingy doors and madness. But we had one of those Barneys at the fucking funeral, you know, in front of everyone. We didn't talk for ages after. But that's the thing about family. You know, you fight, you make up, you all come back together again, and it will be fine, you know. That is, until one of us dies. I'm not angry at you, Dad, it was just shit fucking timing. That's when shit really hit the fan. I mean, it hit the fan when Dad died, but like, what came next was like shit hitting the fan and then just going all over the walls. So I found a big old lump right there. And it was like the rug was pulled from under me and the world fell apart. I was far from home. Didn't have real, old friends. Me and Lorcan weren't talking. Dad wasn't around. And talking to Mum was like, "Oh, well, our neighbour's sister's cousin's brother, uncle's niece's nephew, niece had cancer and they're grand now." Or was it cancer? Might have been a hernia. Or it might have been psoriasis. I don't know. Anything, they're grand. Absolutely no use. Speaking of no use, my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, what a fucking useless lad he was, right? So he had this thing about needles. He was terrified, and he came with me to my first, round of tests, and I was there getting a blood test, and he fucking ups and faints. The nurses and the doctors are all fawning over him. He's passed out on the floor, this big Dutch gobshite, and I'm there with my ass hanging out of a gown going, "Hello lads, I'm the one with the disease that could kill me, come and look after me," Useless. So he didn't come with me anymore after that, and things got real distant between us. I mean real fucking distant. He fucked off around the world on tour with this band, and when he came back to London, all he was talking about was this French singer called Dominique. "Oh my God, she's so pretty. She's so clever, she's so talented." Fucking French. I mean, fuck the French. He certainly did. Prick. And you won't believe what he did after all that shit with needles. He went and got her stupid fucking name tattooed on his big stupid fucking Dutch arm. I'm not angry. I'm really not. I wish him best of fucking luck. So anyway, it was like one thing after another, and after that I went completely mad. I mean proper mad. I mean drink, drugs, men. I was a nightmare with men. But I have to say, there's an awful lot of weirdos out there. An awful lot of assholes. Like, fucking hell. But it is tough entering the dating pool when you're, a young woman, but you're bald, bloated, you've got half a tit. And early onset menopause. Fuck. So I was crazy. Completely crazy. And I kind of threw myself into work, but I was like a different version of me, this angry version, and I just would let rip at people, and I was a nightmare to work with, really. And we had this new manager, and he called me into the office, and I thought he was going to be all like, oh, Helen, you're going through a load of shit, just take a break, go get some counselling and have a holiday and come back in a couple of weeks or something. No, called me to the office, fired me straight away, out of the blue, after 5 years of blood, sweat and tears into that company. 5 fucking years. I had no backup plan. I had nothing. I remember I just felt so numb, and I was getting the tube that evening, and I walked to the platform, and I walked right to the edge of the platform, and I could feel that hot air that comes in, when a train's approaching, and it just felt so warm and inviting and comforting, and I just kind of leaned into it, I just wanted to just fucking take the pain away, just make it all okay, and I was leaning in. Out of the way, love, I can't see the fucking screen. Some bloke grabbed me and pulled me back, and I looked round, and I was like, I wanted to thank him. Oh my God, thank you, you fucking saved my life there. I nearly topped myself. And he didn't really see me, he just looked beyond me. All he gave a fuck about was when the next train to St. Pancras was coming. Did not give a shit about me. And that's when it really hit home, like I had no one. I had no one in London. I got back to my flat, and I must have missed all the warning signs on the road, but my car had been towed. It actually got towed 3 times that week. £250 every time my car gets towed. And I remember going to the council, and I was about to give them the last £250, and I was like, this is worth more than that shitty little car. So I just said fuck it to the car, got that money, and I got on the next flight back to Ireland, and I came home to Droichead, where everybody knows your name and everybody knows your business, but it's also where everybody knows your name and everybody knows your business, where you have family and familiar sights and mam's fry-ups and the crack of McPhail's, and friends, real friends who've known you since you were a kid. So that's where I am now, in the Droichead Arts Centre, talking to you. Jeez, it puts a spin on the saying, the life O'Reilly, doesn't it? It's my life. The life O'Reilly.